What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Mail Call Monday. I'm Comic Man Andy, your host down here in the Comic Man Andy Comic Cave and Comic Dojo. And we've got an epic package that's going to happen tonight. We're going to check out Paul's epic package from New York Comic Con. Quite the care package going on tonight. I'm really excited to get into this. Paul should be joining us tonight as well at some point here soon. So we're looking forward to hanging out with him and hearing this whole comic care package that he put together, because this was totally unexpected. I can't even remember how the conversation actually started now at this point. And he's like, well, send me your address. I'll throw you I can't remember what it was. It was so I'll send you one of those saga prints, because they were giving those away for free at the convention. And I couldn't thank him. I'm over the moon thanking him about grabbing one of those saga prints while he was running through there. And then he ends up sending this massive, massive box. So we're going to get into that here in just a little bit. But let's get some good energy. Let's get some vibes going. Monday's sucking the life out of everybody, right? Because good gravy, Monday's going to give us a double case and going to suck it right out of us. Like, just, Mondays are going to Monday, right? What is up? M3 Lion stopping by early. Says, dang, I'm here too early again. I'll be watching on the rewind, he says. Good to see you, man. Get some rest. Have a good night. Don Davis, House of L Comics. What is up, man? Good to see you. And Mojo Quid is in the house. What's happening, Andy? One Shot Comics. What's shaking? I'm going to shake this big old box here in a little bit, man. But the comic book principal, thank you for being here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you as well. What's up, chat? Yes, absolutely. DJ Links is in the house. Should I be scared? I walked in and heard epic package. This is Paul's epic package. We're going to get into this here in a little bit. CFAB is in the house. Hello. The Pat, good to see you, man. Definitely have a case of the Mondays. Yeah, that's just why we like doing some Monday live streaming and get some of this good energy flowing back again after Mondays literally sucked the life out of us. But yeah, you know what? Without further ado, we're not going to wait for Paul. We're going to get into this, right? My favorite part about Mondays is we're going to check out Andy's package.
I have a package for you.
Boy, do we have a package here ready to go. Like I said, it was a care package put together by the Paul Dunn from New York City Comic Con, where it was just, he said, let me ship you this print, right? So that was really cool of him to grab the print. And then all of a sudden, this massive package shows up. JRK Comics, that's a good sized package you have. There it is. There it is. So we're going to get into this. And Paul was telling me about these boxes that he was able to reuse. I can't remember if they were from Oasis Comics or Wanted Comics, or can't quite remember from who, or Scout. But these things, well, if it was Scout, it would be branded, wouldn't it? These things are super, super heavy duty. And for some reason, apparently blank white boxes like this ship cheaper through USPS. And I'm not quite sure why. I was kind of learning the ropes on that. But if it's not a USPS package, this shipped for like 11 or 12 bucks instead of, as big as this is, it probably should have shipped for 15 or 16. But let's see if we can get into Paul's package. Ooh. Always cut away from yourself and always put it away when you're done. We don't want a trip to the ER just yet. We'll save that for a work day, right? And this is no joke. No joke, some serious packaging going on. Okay, yeah, it's the Skybound boxes, Pat. Yes, thank you. That's what he said. It was Skybound. And I haven't picked up anything from Skybound in such a long time that I should probably get back on there. And these are definitely reusable packages. So, whoa. You talk about some, holy moly. You want to talk about some incredible packaging going on here. Now, let's look at that. Look at all the dead spaces taken up. Nothing crazy's going on. We've got, well, looks like a box within a boxception going on. Nope. You guys will peek at that one here in a little bit. But a little bit of boxception going on here. So we're going to check out what looks like Don't Want Rain getting in. Yes. Oh, there's, speaking of Paul Dunn, waiting on his wife still, and then he'll hop in the chat. That's perfect because that'll give us an opportunity to go through Paul's package real quick, and then we can talk about it after we're done going through the contents. And this is really well done. So I'm guessing there's some raw books in here, which literally he says, I'm just going to ship you this print. Wait. Ooh, Paul, is this your artwork? None. Wait a second. Ooh, now means now. What is going on here? It's a trap. That's what I got to make. I got to make a GIF that I can upload to StreamYard here that it's a trap. We got a little tinfoil hat action going on too. What is this? It's, ooh. Definitely excellent packaging inside the package itself, inside the box itself. So there's some books there. There's some books that Paul, what's with the, tinfoil? That's an interesting addition. That's going to make me think real hard about what's going on here. So this is, ooh. Should I slide? Should I open? Oh, maybe I should pre-unbox some of these things. What's happening, comic fan? Stoutman, what is up? Luke's Comics is in the chat as well. Good to see you guys. Just a little podcast. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Did I miss anybody else? Michael Gallen, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Like I said, every other Monday, we're getting into that groove. Every other Monday is going to be Mail Call Monday. And then the other Monday is going to be Modern Comic Mondays. And kind of getting into that groove. And this is the first real 2-week stint of going vice versa. Not back to back, but one versus the other. And I think I kind of like this idea as far as flow of content, if you guys will. It kind of changes things up. It hopefully adds a little bit more excitement. So it's not just the same checking out Andy's package every week because, package still looks the same, so to speak. I mean, either way, you guys know what I mean. Like, I really like the idea of talking about modern comic books, not just on Mail Call Mondays or New Comic Book Day Wednesdays, but actually getting a panel of talking heads together and some other people to talk modern comic books every other Monday. I think last week was a lot of fun, and it's been a long time coming to do kind of a talking head panel on the channel here, trying to fit it in with schedules and all that other stuff. And I feel like doing it every other Monday is easier on the planning side of things and easier to get schedules to line up. So holy moly, Paul, there are a ton of raw books in here. So we're going to get a stand. We're going to get a stand and start going through some of these raw books really quick, right off the top here. Oh, hey, ENIAC, is this 3? Bad idea, ENIAC. It's got to be number 3 because he sent the first couple to read. And ENIAC, yep. The issue numbers I don't see right on the front, but that's got to be 2 or 3 and 4. And we will get into that in a little bit here. Then, ooh, Echolands. I have not read that yet. Super cool. I've not had a chance to read Echolands, so there's that. And issue number 2, it looks like. Yes, Echolands number 2. He threw some fantastic reads in here. I'm really looking forward to getting into. Ooh, from Bad Idea, The Lot. That looks pretty creepy right there. Looks like a good horror read. Andy loves a good package, Mark. You are right. Daywalker's in the house. What is up, man? One more chunk of raw books here. And, there we go. Let's see if we can get through these real quick. See if Paul's hanging out backstage in just a minute. Because this is quite the package he threw together. This is a lot of stuff. Moving right along. Ooh! The New York Comic Con exclusive Canto number 1. That variant. Sweet. I still have to get one of those graded. I found a couple others floating around, but thank you, Paul, for throwing that in there. In fact, I I think I owe you for that one, actually. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. The Saga issue 55 print, and this camera is not going to do it justice. That blue, it's kind of hard to pick up in the camera. Signed by Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan, and he even wrote for ComicManAndy. Now that was super cool. We will get into that story in a little bit, where Paul's like, "Hey, you got clothes on?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "We're gonna video chat here for a minute." I'm like, "Okay." And then next thing I know, he's like 2 or 3 people away from Brian K. Vaughan in line at New York Comic Con, and I was like, "Holy crap! Oh, the whole set." That's right, the whole Kanto set. I do remember talking about that. The whole Kanto set is here. The Virgin, the black and white sketch, and the trade. Because you can't put the Saga down. I have to set that somewhere close. So those are the raw books, and there's actually something else hidden here in the box. Mark the Cutty Sark, great to see you. Saga, absolutely. This is nuts because that print, I don't know what happened, but the print blew up online. There were people on eBay. The prints were going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars on eBay, and I'm like, "Oh, wait, what?" And we'll let Paul tell the rest of the story here in just a little bit. But there's more to this story before I yeet this package out of the way. And hidden down here in the bottom of the package of the box was a Something is Killing the Children local comic shop foil, because I love foils. And this book I just can never stop staring at and glaring at. 9.6 CGC graded, absolutely killer. I still am just flabbergasted that they foiled out this book, and it is fantastic. And I feel like because of that, Boom Studios and pretty much Tinian and anybody else, they're just going to foil out pretty much anything that they can get their hands on. And oh boy. So that was one absolutely, that's just an epic, absolutely epic care package from New York City Comic Con from Paul Dunn. Speak of the devil, sitting right backstage, here he is, the Paul Dunn. What is up, man?
What's up, Andy? How you doing?
Dude, thanks for popping in and thanks for hanging out tonight, because Mail Call Monday is definitely needed to regain some energy. I don't know about everybody else here in the chat or you, but Mondays are rough.
Yeah. I had a filling before I had the dentist, all that stuff. I'm out of it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed everything there.
I'm speechless. How did this conversation, if I remember correctly, started with a, "Hey, I'm going to be at New York City Comic Con." I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool, man." And you're like, "Hey, I'm picking up books for other people. Is there anything you need?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. That's okay." And then you said the New York Comic Con Kanto variant set was going to be out and available. And I'm like, "Oh, okay. What's the price?" And you shot me the price. And I'm like, "That's actually not bad. Here, let me shoot you this with shipping and all that other stuff." So actually, you helped snag the Kanto set while you were there. And if I remember correctly, it was just pure happenstance that Brian K. Like you didn't. I don't think either of us knew that Brian K. Vaughan was going to be there, right?
Yeah, Saturday you'd like message me, and it was like way after he was there. Like I guess he did the announcement, and then he had the prints, and then was it? Yeah, I guess it was Saturday, and then Sunday he just randomly appeared. Like he was on his way. I was right there in Artist Alley. He was right there, so I got in line, and yeah. I went back, got myself one.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I love the frame. Looks good on that too.
Yeah. But yeah, yours is all personalized and all, The Saga box. I mean the box inside the whatever over there.
Did you draw that?
Yeah. It was just a little doodle. So in issue 15, they're playing that I don't want to call it a board game, but I guess it's a board game. Yeah, if you go back, that's what he holds up, and he's like, "Oh, it's whatever it is, whatever I wrote on the front." But that's the translation that they put.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
Now means now.
Yeah, exactly. And And then the foil, you love foil. It was just so you get a glimmer when you open the box.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And I'm like, but my brain immediately went to tinfoil hat for some reason. And I was like, what's going on? That's pretty funny. That is, dude, that Skybound box is legit, man.
Yeah, they hold up. Like, I mean, if it was like broken down or something, I toss it. But a lot of those things, they're like tanks. So yeah. Yeah. Plus
Dude,
you saw with the shipping, like
I couldn't believe when you told me that if it's like an all white pack, that must be why Skeff covers all of his packages with the brown paper too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you had the USPS labeling, apparently it's not a USPS box anymore. Something like that.
That's weird. I've been using an online shipping resource that Skeff put me onto, Pirate Ship, and it doesn't ascertain what package you put it in, and that must be why those prices are so much cheaper then too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Dude, I am speechless because literally, I think it was we talked about it Saturday, or not Paul Dunn or not Brian K. Vaughan. We talked about the Kanto stuff Saturday, and then you're like, oh yeah, he was here, but he just left. I'm like, oh okay, yeah, and we kind of went back and forth about it a little bit, and it didn't really give it another thought until Sunday morning. This was Halloween weekend. He dresses up as Yorick from Y the Last Man and does like a really easy. He wasn't even purposefully doing it. I think it was just raining out there.
Yeah, it was.
So he put on a poncho and he happened to look like Yorick, and he posted that on IG and I think Twitter and some other places. And he said, "Hey, I'm on my way. I've got another box of prints." And I'm like, dude. So I sent that your way, and I'm like, "Hey, here's another shot, I think." And lo and behold, you're like, "Oh yeah, here he is. I'm gonna hop in line. The line's long, but it's moving really fast." And BKV's known for clearing lines.
Yeah.
Like Baltimore Comic-Con, I saw that line was all the way down the wall, and he cleared that thing 3 or 4 times over. But we're just kind of chit-chatting back and forth a little bit. Then all of a sudden, you're like, "Hey, do you have clothes on?" And I'm like, "It's an odd question to ask right now. I mean, sure." And all of a sudden, you're like, "Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna do a video chat really quick." I'm like, "Oh, cool! Finally, I really kind of like video after all this time spent on YouTube and all the other stuff going down with technology. I actually enjoy video chatting more than phone calls and more than text messages now. Things get lost in translation a lot when you're texting back and forth, or when video chatting was really fun. Next thing I know, you're like 3 people, you're in line again, and 3 people away from Brian K. Vaughan, and I'm like, he's really doing this." Like, holy
yeah, it
crap.
was like 3rd in line originally, or like 4th in line or something, and then it did go back online for that. Yeah.
And I remember badgering you, and I'm like, "How much do they cost? How much do they cost? How much do they cost?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Well, seriously, I'll PayPal you. I was going to PayPal you a chunk of money to buy prints for like the next 5 or 6 people in line or whatever it was going to cost, because doing a video conference call in line in a moment with Brian K. Vaughan, and I'm like, I'm holding up people in line. Let's gift them something back there." Little did I know he was giving them away for free.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 1 per person and everything, and like a lot of people were in line, so I didn't want to take like he actually offered me 2 prints like again when I got back in line. I'm like, get it to the fans and everything, but yeah, really nice, really soft spoken guy, but like he wanted to chat with everybody. Like didn't matter, it wasn't about like, oh, just this fan or that fan. Like he wanted to talk to everybody, but like he moved through it. It was really awesome, honestly.
And I remember recording that video call and recording that in the moment. I'm not going to be able to pull it up fast enough, but if you guys go to my YouTube short section, or if you go to the video section, look for the short from October last month, I recorded that video call with Brian K. Vaughan and Paul Dunn and myself, and forgot to record the audio.
It was Instagram. You didn't know.
Right? I had no idea that the audio didn't record on that until after. I was like, "Oh, well, that's fine." It's that one time I forgot to record audio when talking to Brian K. Vaughan. And that was just super cool. And I don't even know I don't even know. It's one of those things where it's like, then when I'm in Baltimore and everybody's like, "Andy, you're going to get in line, right?" And I was like, I didn't even know he was going to be here. I didn't think about it. I didn't bring anything Saga related. So I didn't have anything for him to sign. So if I was going to get in line, it was just to say hi real quick. Well, Yeezy Yee from Tales from the Flip Side was actually in line too. And he's like, hey, I'm getting this 4th print copy of Saga signed for my brother, for a friend's birthday or a brother's birthday or something like that. And he's like, you want to just hang out with me as we're in line talking? I'm like, yeah, I don't have anything going on. And then I was like, wait a minute, let me record this for you and send you the footage. So I got to do that. And I just said, hey man, how's it going? Like, conference call with you and Paul in New York. And he's like, oh yeah, how's it going? And at that point, I'm like, he's clearing the line. So I'm like, I'm not going to hold him up by any means, but yeah, that was just way too cool.
Yeah. I would say you should probably keep something like on backup for C2E2 or something, just in case he gets there, like just randomly appears, That's my biggest thing, because I live really close to New York. Every day I could come home. I went with 3 of those, like those boxes like this, like with 3. I had 3 of those. I had one with blanks, one for pickups, and one for like books to get signed or remarked. And I had in the empty one, I had like a bubble wrap, so like the comics would get protected. And with C2E2, it's like I got to be really selective with what I bring, because I'm going on the plane. Like I can only bring so many things. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's Dad laying down the hammer here. We were gonna read volumes 4 and 5 of Lock and Key like this weekend to review tonight. Lo and behold, one of the panel members got called into work, and I was only halfway through the 2 reads, and I'm like, I vote to postpone for now, because I was literally making dinner and then had just enough time to prep for this and didn't think about Mondays are gonna Monday so bad. But thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out. Hope everyone has a good Monday. Yeah, Mondaying is definitely Mondaying, man. Burly Irishman, good to see you. Dude, this is I don't really ever want to go away from mail call Mondays, because we're always collecting, right? And I always like looking at the way people package stuff. And the Skybound box, that's a really good idea to repurpose that. Skybound box, it's so it's so tough and thick that you could reuse that 3 or 4 times over, as long as you've got something to cover it to actually get a good address label on there. And these are always a no-brainer. I never recycle these things. Never ever recycle. Well, this one's never going anywhere now. This one's gonna stay here. It's a Paul Dunn original right here.
I started like putting the marker on it, and I'm like, oh, I look better with pencil. And then I started trying to color it, and nothing would hold. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be terrible.
It looks really good, actually. It looks really good.
Yeah, it was just a cool thing. But
hold, it's been 22 minutes already. For anybody just showing up, we're gonna recap the stuff right now. This was just the coup de grace of New York Comic Con, was that side. And I was panicking that weekend thinking that it was an advanced reader copy. They were giving away advanced reader copies of 55. And I think that's what everybody else was panicking about too, was that everybody thought that this was a copy of 55. It's not. It's just a print.
Oh man, that Saturday I met Skeff that Saturday, and you had messaged both of us, but we were too busy. Like we were just talking, and like I looked at my phone at like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, well, that was 2 hours ago. I felt so bad about it. I'm like, oh man.
No, nothing to feel bad about at all. That's the way conventions go. And so many of the Canto trades were going, or the trade dresses of the Canto New York Comic Con were going around or being available. I had forgotten that there was the Virgin variant as well as the black and white sketch variant, and I'd forgotten that you actually offered to pick up a set for me, and I shot you the cash, or I think I still owe you, actually.
You're good.
I might still owe you. Nah. But I forgot that there was a whole set of 3 books, because once Whatnot sold their lots or their sets of the books on Whatnot on the app, the only other copies that we've seen floating around are just the trade dress.
Just so you know, like I know Skeff told you, like a lot of those books were beat up. I went through like 2 full packages for the Virgin and the sketch. That sketch I actually found the next day before they sold out. I think that one was in the best shape I had seen out of all the ones I had to pick up. So hopefully that that does it for you.
These are gonna. I don't care if they're 9.4 or 9.6 or 9. It doesn't matter. They're all. This is going to be a full set, as long as what it comes back as like Otto from 3 Men in a Basement says. As long as it comes back linear, they're either going to be all 9.4s or all 9.6s or all 9.8s. As long as it's linear when they come back, because this is definitely a set for the personal collection.
Excellent.
That is awesome. And then the great reads that you sent, the lot from Bad Idea. This looks creepy. That looks really spooky. And Echolands, I'm thrilled you threw these in here because I missed out on Echolands.
Incredible art, but those books are sideways. I don't know if you see that. Like you actually have to turn them. Yeah, like they're not, they open like wide.
I'll be danged.
Yeah, it's really cool
danged.
stuff. But
I'll
yeah,
be danged. The things
issue
I,
three's
oh,
out.
you're not joking.
Yeah, yeah,
The spine and everything's right here like that.
yeah. Good quality book and everything like that. Issue three's out. I think I sent the package the week that it came out, so I was going to throw that in there, but I hadn't gone to my LCS, and yeah.
And then ENIAC 3 and 4, and this is definitely throwing me for a head case right here with everything upside down, except for the trade. Or is it?
I think no, I think it.
Oh yeah, the trade dress is upside down too.
Huh. I didn't even realize that.
Wait, nope. No, it's accurate. I'm a doof. It's in the bag and board upside down is all. I'm excited to read those because Come On Mama and Zuni actually won issues 1 and 2 on a giveaway here on the channel not too long ago. So I'm going to give these a good read through and actually probably just go ahead and send them right on their way so they can have the set.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I can't thank you enough. That is, and then the
do with it what you will. Sell it, give it away. I don't care.
that's super awesome, man. I can't thank you enough. You did not have to go. That is going way above and beyond in the comic community and sending a care package like that. So we're gonna have to pay it forward and work on sending some stuff out as well. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to C2E2 and everything, and yeah, it's coming up quick.
that was my next question. When is your next convention?
C2E2. Yeah,
and that is
booked finally.
That has felt so far away for so long, and we are down to
next week.
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yep. It starts 2 weeks from Black Friday, so the 10th.
That's my birthday.
10th of December. That's your birthday?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know what we're doing that night.
Oh man.
And there are so many people that are going to be there. From Skeph's going to be there. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there.
We should really start taking note because I know I think Come On Mama was coming on Saturday. I think only one day, but
okay.
I feel like we should get a whole list together and try to meet, go to a bar.
Actually,
who knows?
Yeah, maybe start an Instagram post now. I'll think about that. We can all each do an Instagram post and kind of compile everybody that's going to be there and what days they're going to be there. Because I know Skeph's going the whole time. I'm going the whole time. I think you're going the whole time. Jimmy the Geek Aficionado kind of lives over by there, so he's going the entire time. Oh man, it escapes me who else is going.
Yeah, I think my flight gets in I got a stupid early flight. I got a flight out of here at 6 a.m, something like that. And it's only a 2.5 hour flight. I know there's a time jump, but I'll be there really, really, really early.
Oh my, yeah, that is really early.
I'm gonna have to wait around for a few hours to check in. So
I don't know if this is JP saying he's gonna be there or if it's a crying face emoji because he's not gonna be there.
It looks like a sad one.
Who else? I mean, D-Runk. I think D-Runk might make it. I don't know. We gotta see what's going on there. But that begs the question. Poses the question out to the chat. Has anybody been to a comic convention before? It looks like 68% have said yes and 32% have said no. That's kind of a neat poll. I'm going to try to pose more questions. Oh, JP's not going to be there. I'm going to try to throw up some polls each show to kind of gauge and find out where people are at with conventions and collecting comic books and stuff like that. But man, I don't know how to really wrap this up. This is just so phenomenal. I mean, literally a couple of books in a print, and then here's this whole entire massive package showing up. Oh man, we're gonna talk about your package all night. Apparently, Solo Wookiees in the house. You couldn't go to the convention? Why can't you go to the convention? You can't be barred, man. There's no way you can bar a Solo Wookiee from. What? Nuh-uh. Who said that? That's weird. That's weird.
That was good, Luke.
What do Daredevil and Scarlet Witch have in common? They're superheroes dressed in red who lost their vision. Oh.
Too soon.
Not too soon. Said I was too good looking, distracted from all the. Oh God, bless America. There it is. So I don't know who's gonna. We might just have to do. We
There's a
might
whole
just
lot more people that are going to be announced in the coming days. I know of one artist that it's not. He hasn't officially announced it. I don't know if I can say it or not, but I can message you later. He was at New York Comic Con, but you know, in case you have books by this person, you might want to get signed. But he said there's like a lot of people lined up that are not announced yet. So
Ooh,
have some
very
books
cool.
like dream books, even if they're not lined up for the convention. Have them like ready just in case.
You know, this convention, in all seriousness, if I now that we've kind of completed a big chunk of the Saga collection as far as like the number ones, and we've moved on to issues like 2 through 10 in graded format, I would crack and press a 9/8 Saga number 1 to do a BKV signature, and if I can get a Fiona Staple signature as well, and maybe like a Fiona sketch on the back, I would do that too. It would just be really tricky because at that point, if you're gonna go that route, if you don't clean and press your books, you're potentially leaving money on the table if you lose a grade or if it bumps down. And Saga is a notorious all white cover, easy to pick up dirt, especially during signatures. So that's one of those things where you'd have to get CCS involved because they're the only people that can clean and press signature, witness signature series books through CGC. So if you do that route and it's only BKV at the convention, you could be half a year waiting for that book to come back before you can crack and press or crack it again and have Fiona sign it. And Fiona doesn't usually come. Fiona hasn't done any traveling the last couple of years. And even before then, she was very not underutilized, but she didn't go to a lot of conventions even in the past.
Yeah.
So those double signed Saga books and the ones with the sketches are kind of hard to come by.
I was going to say, I have a feeling you're really, even going forward, she's going to be very difficult to get. So, like, if there's an opportunity, it's probably well worth it,
Yeah. I mean, it's nobody wants to crack a book and see a grade bounce down by any means. But I mean, you're talking a creative team that getting them together in the same building is probably like catching lightning in a bottle at this point.
Yeah. Oh, Mirka Andolfo. That's who's going to be there also.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one. Yeah, just off the top of my head.
So we went over Paul's package. We recapped it. We hit up the chat a little bit. I think it's safe to end this if you don't have anything to share, any new news, man.
I don't think so.
I want to thank everybody coming out, hanging out for Mail Call Mondays and checking out packaging, not just checking out comic books, but checking out the way we package comic books, because the idea originated from everybody kind of eventually once in a while gets not a package that's not packaged so great and books get damaged, right? Well, the more we highlight the way we package comic books, the more we learn from each other about how, like Paul's package right here and how epically, phenomenally packed that was. And I can learn a few tips and tricks from that, and then we can share that here. And that's kind of the idea for Mail Call Mondays, is especially if you're buying a lot of books from eBay and you get some of those really sketchy packages, it's kind of fun sharing those too. So without further ado, man, we've said hi to the chat. I want to thank you everybody again for coming out to Mail Call Monday. A couple of quick announcements. Wednesday is going to go off like normal, hopefully. The books that were delayed last week, I didn't get a chance to pick up, so they're going to be here this Wednesday. Tomorrow, Simpleman's Comics News Weekly, Comic News Weekly goes down. Actually, we're going to start working on that show tonight, getting that ready. And then, the Baltimore video should be coming here soon. It shouldn't be too much longer to edit and clip that together. And then C2E2 is just around the corner. So I'd like to get that Baltimore video done, get that dropped and uploaded, because we're looking to record a ton of content for C2E2. I can't wait.
It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be more. I think it's going to be way more than incredible. I think it's going to be kind of a lifetime, because it's been almost 2 years. If you think about it, C2E2 in 2020, you think about, well, that was only a year ago. Actually, no. C2E2 in 2020 was what? Early in 2020. March? So now we're on the tail end of 2021. So it's like over a year and a half since C2E2 has gone down. And now everybody's hungry. Everybody's looking forward to going back. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I could sit here and ramble about this all night long, but I'm going to let you guys and everybody in the chat get back to their evenings. Be sure to check out Comigories next Monday. That's going down on John's Comics with Kids channel. JP Budget Collects is going to be there as well. But yeah, you guys know how I'm going to do this, right? No, peace out. I'm going to pinkies out. I'm going to catch you on the flip side for the next one. Remember the most important part all day, every day. Stay original. And take care of each other.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller buggy has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty. I love gold.